Do you want to learn how to master your emotions and achieve a more tranquil and balanced life? Then, this video is for you. Let's explore Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that offers practical tools to face everyday challenges with serenity and wisdom. Follow along and discover how the teachings of the great Stoics can transform your approach to emotions and bring more peace into your life. Marcus Aurelius, recognized as one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers in history, ascended to power as Roman emperor in 161 AD, remaining on the throne until his death in 180 AD. His reign marked the end of the era known as the Five Good Emperors, a period of relative peace and prosperity in the Roman Empire. However, Marcus Aurelius' governance was marked by a series of wars, economic crises, and internal challenges that tested his leadership and resilience. Despite holding a position of immense power and having unrestricted access to all the pleasures and luxuries that imperial life could offer, Marcus Aurelius chose to live according to Stoic principles, dedicating his life to equity and justice. He firmly believed that true power lay not in dominating others, but in mastering oneself, maintaining calm and clarity of thought amidst chaos. Amidst the pressures and responsibilities of ruling a vast empire, Marcus Aurelius found time for introspection and self-reflection. He recorded his thoughts and insights in a personal diary, later compiled into a work known as Meditations. These writings were not intended for publication. They were private notes where he explored his own shortcomings, reflected on human nature, and sought guidance for living a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations became a central pillar of Stoic philosophy, offering valuable guidance on self-control, self-improvement, and a universal perspective. His reflections touch on themes such as the impermanence of life, the importance of reason, acceptance of fate, and the interconnectedness of all human beings. For Marcus Aurelius, living in accordance with nature and maintaining tranquility in the face of adversity were the keys to achieving true happiness and inner peace. Today, Marcus Aurelius' teachings continue to inspire people around the world, offering a moral and philosophical compass for those seeking to master their emotions and live a meaningful and fulfilling life. During Marcus Aurelius' reign, he not only faced challenges on the battlefield, but also fought an internal battle in his quest for wisdom and self-mastery. His life was marked by military conflicts, such as the Marcomannic Wars, which demanded his strategic leadership and courage. However, his greatest victories were achieved personally, where he struggled to maintain integrity and serenity amidst the constant pressures of governing a crisis-ridden empire. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations are a vivid testament to his philosophical and emotional journey. Written in a direct and honest style, these personal reflections reveal the emperor as a man deeply committed to spiritual and moral growth. Marcus Aurelius uses his meditations as a means of self-examination, recording his internal struggles, doubts, and aspirations to live a virtuous life. In the Meditations, he shares profound thoughts on rationality, compassion, and authenticity. He emphasizes the importance of using reason to control emotions and make just decisions, constantly reminding himself of the impermanence of all things. Marcus Aurelius acknowledges human frailty but also the capacity to overcome weaknesses through continuous practice of virtue. Marcus Aurelius invites us to tread the path of constant self-analysis, exploring our own contradictions and limitations. He encourages us to adopt a critical stance towards our judgments and prejudices, always seeking an impartial and empathetic view. In his Meditations, he often recalls the importance of treating everyone with fairness and kindness, regardless of circumstances, and of not being swayed by pride or the desire for vengeance. By embracing this Stoic perspective, we are challenged to transcend our emotional impulses and cultivate a calm mindset in the face of life's adversities. Marcus Aurelius teaches us to accept what we cannot change and to focus on what is within our reach, our own actions and reactions. He shows us that true strength lies in the ability to maintain calm and clarity even in the most difficult moments, and that the pursuit of wisdom is a continuous journey of self-mastery and self-improvement. Thus, Marcus Aurelius' meditations are not just a record of his thoughts, but a timeless guide for anyone wishing to live by Stoic principles. They invite us to reflect on our lives, to question our motivations, and to find inner peace through constant practice of virtue and reason. By following in Marcus Aurelius' footsteps, we can learn to face our own challenges with courage and serenity, cultivating a life of meaning and balance. At the heart of Stoicism lies the belief in virtues as essential pillars for achieving happiness and moral excellence. The four cardinal virtues, wisdom, justice, temperance, and courage, form the foundation upon which Stoic philosophy stands, shaping not only individual character but also our interaction with the world around us. Wisdom is seen by the Stoics as more than mere intellectual knowledge. It involves the ability to discern what is truly good, just, and valuable in every situation. Wisdom guides us beyond fleeting emotions, directing us towards rational and balanced decisions. It is the ability to perceive reality clearly and to act in accordance with that perception, avoiding being dominated by irrational or misleading impulses. Practicing wisdom entails cultivating balanced judgment and an analytical mind capable of seeing beyond appearances and focusing on the essence of issues. Justice in the Stoic context goes beyond mere fairness between individuals. It embraces a profound sense of responsibility towards the world and future generations. Stoic justice is a commitment to acting impartially and ethically in all circumstances, treating everyone with fairness and respect regardless of differences. It is also the virtue that leads us to consider the impact of our actions on collective well-being, promoting a more harmonious and supportive society. Justice requires us to respect the rights of others and to strive for a world where human dignity is preserved and valued. Temperance, or moderation, teaches the balance between extremes and the self-discipline needed to resist immediate temptations in favor of nobler and lasting goals. Temperance is the virtue that helps us control our desires and impulses, allowing us to live in a balanced and moderate manner. It reminds us of the importance of not being carried away by excess, whether in pleasures, possessions, or emotions, and of always seeking the right measure in all things. Temperance enables us to enjoy life's pleasures without becoming enslaved by them, always keeping our focus on our higher values and goals. Stoic courage is not merely physical bravery, but reflects resilience in the face of adversity and the inner strength needed to confront life's challenges with integrity and moral courage. Courage involves facing fear, pain, and uncertainty with a firm and resolute attitude, maintaining integrity and honor in all situations. It is the virtue that empowers us to persevere in difficulties, to maintain faith in our principles, and to act in accordance with them, even when doing so is difficult or unpopular. Stoic courage is the ability to remain true to oneself and to one's values, regardless of external circumstances. By internalizing these fundamental virtues, we are empowered not only to improve our own lives, but also to positively contribute to the collective well-being of humanity. Stoic virtues provide us with a clear guide for right action and for developing a strong and balanced character. They help us cultivate a life of purpose and meaning, where the pursuit of moral excellence is constantly balanced by a commitment to the common good. Through continuous practice of the virtues of wisdom, justice, temperance, and courage, we can achieve a harmonious existence and contribute to creating a more just and compassionate world. The training of perception is one of the fundamental keys of Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius exhorts us to challenge our judgments and to control our interpretations, emphasizing the importance of examining how we perceive and react to events around us. Often, we act impulsively, influenced by our emotions, which can distort our perception of reality and lead us to hasty and erroneous conclusions. For the Stoics, The first step in perception training is to recognize that our feelings and reactions are not dictated by events themselves, but by how we interpret them. This means that we have the power to choose our emotional and cognitive responses. Marcus Aurelius suggests that by critically evaluating each event and experience, we can see beyond initial impressions and immediate emotional reactions. In his meditations, he often reminds himself to pause and reflect before reacting, seeking a deeper and more objective understanding of the situation. The Stoics encourage us not to automatically label situations as good or bad, but to adopt a more balanced and rational view. They believe that external events are neutral by nature. It is our interpretations that give them positive or negative value. By practicing suspension of judgment, we gain time to consider all facets of an event before deciding how we feel about it. This helps us maintain calm and mental clarity, avoiding impulsive reactions that can exacerbate suffering. Furthermore, the Stoics emphasize the importance of being mindful of the language we use to describe our experiences. Exaggerated metaphors and emotionally charged language can distort reality and amplify our emotional responses. For example, instead of saying something is terrible or unbearable, we can choose more neutral descriptions that reflect the true nature of the event. This careful use of language helps moderate our emotions and maintain a more balanced perspective. By practicing restraint and making hasty judgments, we develop the ability to train our perception to see things as they truly are, without letting emotions cloud our understanding. This involves constant self-observation and a willingness to correct our thoughts and perceptions as needed. Through this process, we can cultivate a calmer, more rational, and resilient mind capable of facing life's challenges with serenity and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that while we cannot control external events, we have complete control over our internal responses. By training our perception, we not only improve our ability to cope with adversity, but also become more aware of our own limitations and potentialities. This allows us to live according to Stoic principles, seeking moral excellence and inner peace in all circumstances. Therefore, perception training is essential to Stoic practice, as it empowers us to transcend automatic responses and cultivate a clearer and more balanced view of life. By embracing this approach, we can achieve a higher degree of self-mastery and find lasting happiness based on deep understanding and acceptance of the true nature of things. Learning to control your emotions is an essential skill for maintaining inner peace and mental clarity. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, teaches us that our emotions should not rule our minds, but serve as alerts for constructive actions. He emphasizes that, by identifying and understanding our emotions, we can redirect them positively, transforming what could be an impulsive reaction into a deliberate and conscious response. For Marcus Aurelius, emotional control begins with awareness. He encourages us to observe our emotions without immediate judgment, understanding that they are natural and inevitable. The key is not to be swept away by them automatically. For example, when facing fear or anxiety in a challenge, instead of allowing these emotions to paralyze us, we can analyze them and discern their true message. Fear and anxiety often point to areas where we need better preparation or to develop new skills. Once identified, we can reassess these emotions and find ways to redirect them constructively. Fear can be turned into caution and preparation, while anxiety can be channeled into careful planning and proactive actions. By viewing these emotions as opportunities for personal growth, we change our perspective, seeing challenges not as threats, but as chances to strengthen and improve ourselves. Marcus Aurelius also suggests specific practices to assist in this process. One of them is regular self-reflection, where we examine our thoughts and emotions at the end of each day, identifying patterns and areas for improvement. Another practice is negative visualization, where we imagine potential future difficulties to mentally prepare, reducing the emotional impact when these events actually occur. Additionally, Marcus Aurelius highlights the importance of rationality. He reminds us that behind every emotion lie thoughts and beliefs that can be questioned and adjusted. Asking ourselves whether an emotional reaction is truly justified or if we are exaggerating the severity of a situation can help moderate our responses. Rationality allows us to distinguish what is truly significant from what is an exaggerated reaction. Finally, the practice of gratitude and acceptance is also crucial. Marcus Aurelius teaches us to appreciate what we have and to accept what we cannot change. By focusing on the blessings present in our lives and accepting adversities as part of the natural flow of things, we cultivate inner serenity that allows us to face life's obstacles with mental clarity and emotional resilience. By controlling our emotions in this way, we cultivate a more stable and balanced mind. The inner serenity resulting from this control enables us to make wiser decisions and act more effectively, even in difficult situations. Ultimately, this empowers us to live a fuller and more satisfying life, aligned with the principles of Stoicism and the constant pursuit of moral excellence and inner peace. Within Stoic philosophy, the practice of emotional self-mastery is seen as the key to achieving inner tranquility and mental clarity. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoics teach that by continually challenging our emotional reactions and closely examining our internal impulses, we can cultivate a resilience that allows us to transcend life's ups and downs with equanimity. Emotional self-mastery is not about suppressing or denying our emotions, but redirecting them constructively. When facing challenging situations, the ability to maintain serenity and rationally evaluate circumstances before acting becomes crucial. This involves recognizing our emotions without being overwhelmed by them, enabling us to respond consciously and deliberately rather than impulsively. The practice of emotional self-mastery requires deep self-awareness. We must be aware of our emotional triggers and habitual response patterns, allowing us to anticipate and better manage our reactions. Furthermore, it demands compassion for oneself and others. By allowing ourselves to experience emotions without judgment, we can better understand their origins and learn from them, rather than feeling guilty or ashamed of our natural reactions. Mastering our impulsive reactions and intense emotions empowers us to more effectively deal with life's adversities. This does not mean avoiding challenges or difficulties, but facing them with a clear and serene mind. By practicing emotional self-mastery, we preserve our inner peace even amidst storms, developing an adaptability and resilience that helps us grow and evolve personally. Therefore, for Stoics, emotional self-mastery is not just a useful skill, but an essential virtue for living a full and meaningful life. It enables us to achieve a state of emotional and mental balance where we can confront life's challenges with courage and wisdom, remaining true to our highest principles and values. Within Stoic philosophy, the practice of emotional self-mastery is seen as the key to achieving inner tranquility and mental clarity. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoics teach that by continually challenging our emotional reactions and closely examining our internal impulses, we can cultivate a resilience that allows us to transcend life's ups and downs with greater equanimity. Emotional self-mastery does not mean suppressing or denying our emotions, but understanding their role and learning to redirect them constructively. Rather than being dominated by automatic reactions, we are encouraged to pause and reflect before acting, seeking a rational assessment of circumstances. This helps us avoid hasty decisions based on fleeting emotional impulses, allowing us to respond more thoughtfully and effectively to challenging situations we face. The practice of emotional self-mastery involves deep self-awareness, where we are constantly attentive to our own emotional tendencies and the triggers that can provoke intense reactions. By recognizing our weaknesses and areas for improvement, we can develop strategies to manage these emotions in a healthier and more constructive manner. In addition to self-awareness, compassion for oneself and others plays a crucial role in emotional self-mastery. Recognizing that we all face emotional challenges and that making mistakes is part of human growth allows us to handle our own shortcomings with kindness and understanding. This not only strengthens our ability to control impulses, but also makes us more empathetic towards the feelings and experiences of others. When we are able to master our impulsive reactions and intense emotions, we develop the ability to face life's adversities with serenity. This does not mean that we will not experience intense emotions, but rather that we are capable of dealing with them constructively without letting them dominate us or distract us from our higher goals. In summary, the practice of emotional self-mastery in Stoicism is a continuous process of personal growth and self-improvement. By cultivating a calm and balanced mind, we preserve our inner peace and strengthen our ability to live according to the ethical and moral principles that are fundamental to a virtuous and meaningful life. In a world permeated by intense emotions and impulsive reactions, the Stoics invite us to see negative emotions not as enemies but as crucial allies in our journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers teach that by deeply understanding that challenging emotions can serve as alert systems, we are empowered to use them as motivation to act with assertiveness and integrity. For the Stoics, emotions like fear, anger, and sadness should not be ignored or suppressed, but understood and wisely directed. For instance, instead of allowing fear to paralyze us in the face of a challenge, we can recognize it as a sign that something important is at stake. This awareness motivates us to better prepare and adopt a more cautious and strategic approach. Similarly, anger can be seen as an impulse to correct injustices and defend our principles. Instead of being overwhelmed by it, we can channel that energy into constructive actions that promote positive change. Rather than letting sadness consume us, we can transform it into an opportunity to cultivate empathy and compassion for ourselves and others. Thus, emotional control in Stoicism does not mean nullifying or suppressing our feelings, but developing the ability to guide them with wisdom and courage. By confronting emotions with a clear and serene mind, we can learn from them and harness their energy for our personal growth and for the benefit of the community around us. This approach not only strengthens us individually, but also contributes to a more harmonious and compassionate environment. By practicing emotional self-mastery, we promote a culture of mutual respect and understanding where differences are seen not as sources of conflict, but as opportunities for learning and collaboration. Therefore, within Stoic philosophy, challenging emotions are viewed as an essential part of the human experience, offering profound insights into ourselves and the world around us. Embracing this perspective not only enhances our ability to navigate life's turbulence, but also cultivates an inner serenity that guides us through highs and lows with dignity and wisdom. Your life coach's happiness is a trick. Our ability to reflect on our emotions and control our responses to life's events is crucial for fostering a clear and serene mind in all situations. Often, we are tempted to seek happiness outside ourselves, placing our inner peace in the hands of external circumstances or others' approval. However, the Stoics teach us that true happiness does not lie in the relentless pursuit of fleeting gratifications, but in building a solid foundation of self-mastery and emotional tranquility. Stoic teachings highlight that genuine and lasting happiness arises when we master our emotions and thoughts. Instead of impulsively reacting to situations, we can choose to respond with wisdom and serenity. This does not mean ignoring our feelings, but deeply understanding them and acting consciously in response to them. By recognizing that control over our emotions is the true secret to a balanced and fulfilling life, we are empowered to navigate the complexities of existence with wisdom and discernment. The constant practice of emotional self-mastery allows us to develop a resilience that does not depend on external circumstances for our inner peace. This means that we can experience genuine joy and contentment even amidst challenges and adversities. Therefore, always remember, the key to lasting happiness lies within you, not in external circumstances. By cultivating a calm and stable mind through conscious control of your emotions, you will discover that true happiness is an internal state that can be accessed at any time. It is a state of being that transcends life's vicissitudes, offering a solid and constant foundation for personal and emotional well-being. Remember that true transformation requires time and dedication. When embarking on the journey of emotional self-mastery, it is crucial to keep in mind that the process of inner change is gradual and demands continuous effort. Like a seed that is planted and patiently cultivated until it grows and blooms, our emotions and thoughts require constant care and attention to transform. Stoic philosophy reminds us that we should not expect immediate results or sudden changes in our emotional behavior. Instead, it is through daily practices and deep reflections that we build a solid foundation for self-mastery. This involves not only being aware of our automatic reactions, but also cultivating a new way of responding to adversity and life's challenges with greater serenity and balance. Committing to this path of self-awareness and self-development, it is essential to celebrate each small victory along the way. Every step taken towards inner serenity and mental clarity represents a valuable achievement in itself. These achievements may include moments when we choose to pause before reacting impulsively, or when we apply mindful breathing techniques to calm the mind in stressful situations. Patience with oneself is crucial. Like any journey of personal growth, emotional self-mastery does not happen overnight. It is a continuous process of learning and adjustment, where each experience and challenge offers an opportunity to enhance our emotional and mental skills. Trust in the process is another important key. Believing in the ongoing evolution of our emotional capabilities enables us to persevere through tough times and persist in the practice of self-mastery even when results seem distant. This confidence empowers us to face the ups and downs of the journey with resilience and determination. Ultimately, by embracing a patient and committed approach to emotional self-mastery, we are preparing ourselves for a fuller and more meaningful life. Each day dedicated to this practice not only strengthens our personal well-being, but also contributes to a world where inner calm and compassion are core values. Enjoyed these valuable lessons? If so, feel free to like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with friends and family interested in emotional development and self-mastery. I hope you found inspiration in this journey through the world of Stoicism. Remember always, mastering your emotions not only enhances your ability to face challenges, but is also essential for building a meaningful and fulfilling life based on inner serenity and balance. Stay tuned for more videos with insights and practices for a more emotionally intelligent life. Until the next video, where we will continue exploring paths to a more conscious and harmonious existence.